Okay guys, as you can see, we just came through this property that George has closed on. This is going to be a full rehab. And as a matter of fact, you actually started from the studs and worked out.
Yeah, started 2 weeks ago.
So take a look at where we at with this framing now, guys. Because he's actually started from the studs, ripped everything out, including the flooring. This is brand new flooring on this floor, as well as upstairs. So we will be going through this property for the next 7 to 8 weeks, and you're gonna see each week a different transition from the way it was the week before. First thing first, tell us exactly how did this deal come to be?
Like,
well,
really?
A friend of mine by the name of Charles.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Damn, Charles Blair, the mad scientist?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Okay,
and your name was on it too.
Oh, it was?
Yes,
Wow.
yes. So
Okay.
that's where the deal came
Right.
from.
So this was an actual deal that we wholesaled to George. We even talked about, Tammie and I even talked about rehabbing this property. But for us, at this living time in the business, doing a full gut rehab in the dead of winter was not part of our exciting, especially since we plan on going away for a couple of weeks during the wintertime. So I said, I'm sorry, we're not gonna rehab this one. We're gonna see if somebody wants it. And the first thing we do is we start from within our mastermind to find students that will be interested in this deal. And we found 2. It was actually between George and Will. And George was the first one that said, I want it. Exactly, he got the deal, and he actually purchased it from us for $40,000. And we're gonna go over all these numbers. Now, George, tell us, with what you've done so far with the framing, what's that cost of framing and demo, which is what he's done so far in the last 2 weeks?
The demo is probably around 6,000, 6 to 8,000 we've done on demo. And the framing, we actually came in and had to do more framing than we originally thought. So we're about $7,000 and $8,000 on framing material probably total, and then we got the labor on that too.
Okay, so the total cost you're thinking about around 10?
Yeah.
So total cost of labor with the actual framing is going to be around 10. And remember, this is week number 1, and we'll be having about 7 or 8 weeks work for these videos. So give me a sense of what is it like, the challenge of doing rehabs in the wintertime. What kind of things you have to provide for your contractor to make this a good environment from the work in?
Yeah, because it's cold in here right now.
They got the generators down here, and kerosene and propane and all kinds of flammable stuff, but you got to get some kind of heat going on.
And of course you did the electric setup.
Well, so the electric is kind of funny because when you have an abandoned property, you have to actually go through BG&E. They wanted to do new service.
Right.
So we're in the design phase. I don't know why, but so I've been meeting with the designer, and of course it's BG&E. They take their time, so it's just very.
And in the
it's
meantime,
a process.
In the meantime, you're running with a generator.
Yep, have to do a generator, and we're out here on the Saturday, and the neighbor said we can't run a generator before 10, so that's another challenge in the wintertime.
Now, of course, he just gave you a nugget. Always get in good with your neighbors.
Yes.
You want to make your neighbors as happy as possible during this process because they can cause a whole lot of trouble, especially if they start calling inspectors on you and the city on you. It can give your job a whole bunch of headaches.
That's why you put them permits on the window.
Exactly. So right there on the window, the permits. Now that's another good part. Tell people about the process it took. You made sure you had those permits in place prior to everything.
Yeah. Well, first thing I did is I pulled a demo permit because you can get that back fairly quick. Also, when you settle, you need to get something from the title company to show that they're going to record the deed because the city won't give you a permit if it's not in your name. So once we did all that, put a demo permit, then the guys demoed, start working, submitted the plans, and got the building permit. Then once you get the building permit, you can go with your trade permit. So we have the electrical, mechanical pending, and I'm going to get the plumbing next week.
Which brings us down to the $1 million question. Give people that whole phrase of how that work schedule should go, beginning with demo to punch out.
Start your plans first if you need it. We didn't know we didn't know how extensive we were gonna do this. So actually did a take off myself on the plans, and then I got a firm to design it because the architect that I had working on it kind of disappeared on me, so I had to regroup and do that. So
you're actually using an architect on this one?
I had
floor plan.
I had a draftsman.
Got it.
He took his time. He didn't do it, so I actually did the floor plan and stuff myself.
Oh.
Yeah, I did do mock-up drawings, and then I have a firm that I use to do it, and I know enough to get it through Baltimore City. And,
exactly.
And those are what I came up here today with, water approved plans from the city. So.
Okay, so we start off with demo, then what?
Demo, get the property safe so you can walk on here, because these floors were not safe to walk on.
Right.
Then you do your framing.
Excellent.
Then you typically want to start your trades, and you want to do your main trades first. Main is mechanical. Your trades that can't move, you can move an electric wire, so they generally last. So you can't move ductwork. Right. It has to be there. So the ductwork, then the plumber, then the electrical, and then you starting on your close-ins. Then when you get the close-ins, you do your installation. Then you come back and do the drywall. Then you go.
And then we're out at punch out.
Yeah.
So that's what the actual phase is going to look like that you guys will be seeing for the next 7 to 8 weeks. Right now, we're at the actual demo frame phase, but then we'll be going through the rest of the phases over the next few weeks. Now, let's go over the numbers on this deal. We know that we got a purchase price of 40, which include wholesale and so on. Your rehab cost, what are you speculating that to be at?
At first, I was thinking 85, then 90. I think it's going to end up probably being around 100.
So we're at 100 on rehab. We're at 40 on purchase. What is the after rehab value on this one?
We're looking at about 215 to 220. I'm hoping for a springtime bump, and maybe can get to 230 to 240.
So we're looking at somewhere around a 60 to 70 gross profit on this one. And this is the Edmondson Village area. Why do you like this area so much?
That's where I started at Baltimore many years ago with Charles, and you know, this neighborhood owes me a little blood and sweat from 15 years ago. So I've been partial to it. I had the majority of the properties that I had back in the day were in 21229. So
what do you think about it?
I mean, I think it's awesome. I mean, this house is probably gonna be one of the best looking houses in this.
Absolutely.
In this area.
Well, it's gonna be the best.
Well, okay.
The best.
So this will be the best, praise God, house in this neighborhood when we're done. So then you're bringing some value to the community. So that's awesome. That's what's up. So then if you see something else in this area, you could do another one and another one. And, you know, would you do more in this area?
Yes.
Most definitely.
Yes.
So okay.
And I love that as a corner lot. So I love.
Exactly.
I'm very partial to corner lots.
I know one thing that we noticed when we walked outside is that support wall. What do you plan on doing in that area?
The rear of it on the corner is kind of messed up, so we're going to actually repair that, and then we're going to paint it, and then we're going to repair the fence, and probably paint the fence too. So.
All right.
Man, we can't wait. Like
I
I
know
said,
this is going to be awesome. I mean, I can't wait. I want to see what it's going to look like, the whole finished thing. But we're going to come out and
every week.
Right, and we're going to
every week you guys will follow George and this whole process.
Each step of the way.
Exactly. This is going to be a whole learning process for you guys. So let's give them some kind of bonus or something.
So they got to stay tuned, man.
Yes. We may even get George to provide with you guys some type of scope of work of how this project is going to go.
Yeah, that's not a problem.
So that's what we're going to do. But remember, follow us every week here on YouTube, on Facebook, wherever the videos will be at. Definitely don't forget to hit that like, leave a comment, and the subscribe button. And always remember to hit that notification bell so you guys can be first to get the videos that we bring out. This is Charles Blair with
George Hocken-Day Bey
and
Tammie Blair.
And we'll see you in the next video. Bye.